Well, it's 45 degrees in the middle of the day on top of Melrose Mountain in Tryon, North Carolina. It's foggy, it's cold, it's rainy. But they say by the end of the week we're going to be up to the 70s and 80s. So we just have to wait a while for the blessings of the warmer weather. Today, Monday, I was blessed by a message that was delivered by the Director of Missions of the Polk Association. He just took a few verses from Psalm 119. Now, a few verses from Psalm 119 is quite a trick because there are 22 sections. It's the longest chapter in the Bible, yet he took just a few verses 137 through 144, and he expanded upon those verses about the nature of God, the nature of God's word, and the nature of our response to God's word from the Psalms 119, verses 137 through 142. I hope that you'll take time to read those. I believe you'll be blessed even without the narrative that he gave to us in that meeting. Which leads me to my verse for today, and that is Psalm 78, verse 4. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord. The next generation worries me. It worries me because in the school system, they're not hearing anything about God or the worthiness of God. It worries me because many of the adults today are not telling their children about the praiseworthy things of God. It worries me today because many Christians are becoming silent to the next generation because they want to be politically correct and don't want to be bashing people over the head with the Bible. And so the next generation is not hearing the praiseworthy things of God. It worries me because our school systems and the higher levels of education and the colleges and universities, unless they're Christian organizations, are not telling the next generation about the praiseworthiness things of God. Yes, I'm worried about the next generation. I'm worried about the next generation because they're not being told. I go back and I look in my Bible and I see over and over again in the Old Testament the request to teach them to your children and your children's children. I'm concerned because the New Testament, the four Gospels, close out saying, make disciples. That means telling the next generation about the praiseworthy things of God. I think it's imperative that we step back for a moment as Christians, as parents, as educators, and wonder whether or not a lot of the problems that we're having in our society today are not rooted in the fact that we've not told the next generation the praiseworthy things of God. Think about it for a minute. Here it is in Psalm 78, verse 4. We will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord. That's my thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.